Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Charles Lee. So today I'd like to introduce about the Delta SCADA software, which is the name is DIAView, and this is a new version, version 3.5. So mostly we update the web browser function. So let's start. Okay, so before the start, so if you want to speak, please raise your hand and let us to know. So if you do not speak, please mute your microphone to make a better environment. And during the introduction, if you have any question, please tap in the Q&A function or just raise your hand. And okay. So today's topic, first thing is the new feature of DIAView version 3.5. And also I would like to introduce a little basic information about this software because maybe some attendees may not familiar with this product. And second thing to introduce about the successful case sharing. And the last thing is to demonstrate on the software. Okay, introduction. So as you see, this is a whole Delta Industrial Automation product portfolio. And for today, we focus on the DIAView, which is usually its name is SCADA software, Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition System. So for my understanding, SCADA software, the first thing is to do the central monitoring. Because if you run a whole factory, there's many things from the production, from the machine, from the quality. So this SCADA software is the central monitoring system. I think this is the most important functions for this one. So for DIAView, this is our product roadmap. We start from 2014, the first generation. And then we launched the standalone version since I think 2 or 3 years ago. And last year we upgrade to version 2.6, which is a client and the server version. We support up to 10 clients. And this year we just launched the version 3.5, which support the browser function, and also the most browser is a 10 client. And this is some function we plan to do in the future, like a mobile device to access, and the OPCUA server, and also for some SDK function to supply the third party to developing, and also PaaS cloud the service, and also MQTT service. And also in the end, we also want to become to the SaaS cloud service, and also integrate the energy management system. Okay, so this is the basic architecture about the software, SCADA software. So we can see from the base, is the first things we have to do the I/O server. I/O server means we do the data exchange from each of the machine. You can see from the machine, mostly it's controlled by the PLC or some power meter data, and also some VFD server, and some robot, and also the OPC server. So this is the first function to exchange the data between the SCADA and the field machine or device equipment. And second thing is to do the real-time database exchange. So it's like a data conversion and alarm processing, and history data, and logical control. And then also we have to let us to know what is all this data means. So this is like a human-machine interface. So we can see the dynamic simulation of the site conditions, and also alarm display and analysis of the data by some chart and bar chart and some curve, and also do the report query. So this is a general basic function of the DIAView software. I think most of the SCADA software they are the same architecture like this. So next page, this is some summarize of DIAView. So you can see this is developing environment. So it has some function like the first interface with people to more friendly UI to use, and also we build in the gallery which has already have the picture of some component like the HVAC, air compressor, or the boiling. And also property windows, here you can do some detailed configurations. And also we do support the script editing. We support the VB script to do the second programming. And also, of course, the I/O drivers, we can support the multiple drive to many brands, the mainstream brand, and also variable dictionary, alarm, and receipt function. So generally to say, SCADA is a development platform for the industry automation monitoring applications. And also, actually, because actually we are not the earlier player of SCADA, but since we are the behinders, but we use the latest technologies, such as we use the C# to develop all the software. So I think this is our advantage. Okay, and this is the right now we have 3 versions of the software. I mean for the license. So first one is a standalone version. Standalone means the main focus is directly get the data from each device and the real-time monitoring, and also can be used with the PPC panel PC as the high-end HMI to do the control. So you can see on the right side, this is the basic architecture for the standalone version. Just use the SCADA to link with the field device. So there has some feature like we based on the .NET and also we use the latest graphic UI technology like WPF. And we do support all these function, gallery, alarm, customize report, multi-curve. And in later, I think Halo will demonstrate all these functions to you directly. So I will not go to each of the function very detailed. And also it's perfectly connect with Delta on-brand product, such like a PLC HMI, because we already building the data data mapping, so it's very easy to link with Delta. And of course, we also support the other brands PLC. Okay, and also the data refresh time, like 1 second. So that is a standalone version, and then we go to the client and the server version. Normally we call the CS version. So the main difference is from the client. So you can see last page, the standalone version only have the server, right? But for the client version, it add more operate stations. So if your factory is a big factory and you have to monitor and log in the system in each of the stations, so this product may be very suitable for this. So basically, all the processing and data acquisition will in the server station, and for the other client station, just monitoring and do some operation. That's all. And also, we have some features like, as I said, we support up to 10 clients. And for the license dongle, you just need to pay one is enough. One license dongle insert to the server, and then all the client just log in. And also we support the virus network transmission protocols. And for the client, it's very easy to install. And because of the software, the installation is very compact. So no extra configuration requirement. So it's very easy for the client station. Okay. And then we go to the web version. So as you can see, the main difference is beside the server and client, also we add the web logging. That means for any, we can support in any device, mobile device, even your mobile phone, even the iPad. You just open the browser like Google Chrome and log in the IP address, and then you can open the whole system and then do the monitoring and do some changes from the system. So, and so some features like we build in the web server can be released directly without the installing the IIS service. And also we compatible with all the major browsers like IE, Chrome, Safari, Firefox, but we recommend to use Google Chrome. And for the client and the server version and web client support can do the mix in the network. Can do the, but the maximum number is still 10 client. So that means if you have the client and the web in one system, the total summarize is up to 10. Okay, and so some features like we develop based on the HTML5 and plus CSS3 and the JavaScript technology. It's very compatible with the most mainstream browsers. And also we use SVG technology. It's a high graphic qualities. And in the web page, right now we can check the real-time and historical data, animation and curve and alarm. I could say for the web version, we can support right now like 60 or 70% function compared with the client and the server version. Because right now we're still developing on some advantage component. Okay, so next we go to the new version, some feature I would like to show here. So first, you can see this is a demo key from the logging from the web browser. So you can see some real-time data, some animations, and of course some alarm. And I believe the next page we also have some curve. Yes, it's some curve, some chart to show the real-time data or historical data. And okay, this is the alarm system. And I think right now we also comply with some FDA requirement. Later on I will show some. Okay, so you can see this is all the new update functions by this version 3.5. I will not go to each of the details, but I've highlight some topic here. So I will explain one by one for all those new features. Okay, so first one is the web developing. So this is the development environment. So when you go to the, okay, so you can come to the project here. There has a web windows. So after you create one project, it will show web windows here, and all the components here will be supported. So what if here I made the button, so you can see I just right click and it show the properties. So here's a little different as you know, if you use the product before, all the properties will on the right-hand side. But for the web version right now, we just use the right click to pop up the property parameter settings. And after all the programming, you have to deploy the service. So you can go to the project on the right-hand side and then click the project configuration, and then the windows will pop up. Then you switch to the web window and then drop from the left to the right side. And there's one more network shows here. So normally its default settings, you have to select the start web browser. So next time when you run the project, the runtime will start, and then you just open the web browser and then key in the IP to log in. Okay, second one is the report guide. So for when you create the report function, and then you will see this, right now we add the report guide function. So what it can do, right? So it's like a quickly generate the report by the worksheet, like a day sheet or night sheet, and also by daily, by monthly, by quarterly, or even by yearly to generate the report. And also we have some data statistics like average value or summarized value or maximum value or minimum value can show like here. And all this chart could be automatically generated, so which is very reduce the programming loadings. Next one is the IP camera monitoring. For this version, we integrate the like a CCTV camera display. But right now we only support high vision IP camera, high vision. Most of the high vision IP camera we can support. So how to do the settings? So first one, the camera and the DIAView must be in the same local area network. And then we can go to the component and then see the video monitor, and then open it, to create a one component. And then we have to do some device setting. So you can see here, there's one IP is a device IP, which is from the IP camera, and also the port of the camera. And then you have to log in the camera username and password. This is all the parameter from the camera. And after that, you could see the real-time video on the screen. So when you do the runtime environment, it supports the preview function, or record the function, or capture, or replay, and they even can do some camera settings. And next one is keep previously value function. So you can see if we go to the variable dictionary, right now we add the variable parameter settings. And you can see if we click here, they will separate by the analog type or digital type or string type. So right now we add the keep previously value. That means if the connection is failure, we have one more choice to keep the previously with. Or we can also, they also have some offers like the analog value, keep the previously value, or return to 0, or even show the minus 9999. And for the digital, it has an option like keep the previously value, or choose like a true or false. And for the strings, and one more selection is this sample. And all this configuration, the range of the configuration is globally. So all the variables will comply all the settings. And next one is a new password, different with the previous. This one is comply the FDA standard regulations. So what is the means? The new password different with the previous. I think if you some company they set the OA password, it has to be the different with the previous way one. For example, last month my password is 123, right? And the company forced me to change the password for the next quarter or next month. So I cannot use the same password like a 123. I have to change 1234. So this is the same concept. This is comply the FDA regulation. So for the settings, when we go to the security settings, user manage, and you can see there's a password rule here. So you can see there's a first thing is change the password cycle days, like how many days you have to change the password, and the number of the password errors, like this is a maximum tolerance. After maybe 5 times, the system will be locked down. And the keep password history, this is how many times you have to change the password different as previous. Like if you're typing 3 here, so that means you have to change the password at least 3 different password compared with the before. Oh, and then the maximum keep password history, the value here is 9. Okay. So far so good. If you have any question, please type into the Q&A first. I will reply you later. Okay, next one is the data checksum. This one also comply the FDA regulations. So here's a scenario like every time when users export some report or some alarm history record, normally it could be an Excel file, right? But when we do the report to the audience or auditor or the management, it has the opportunity you can change the value from the report, right? So this function is want to make sure or verification the report, the generated report has been changed or not. So you can see for the report and variables and alarms all can do this data verifications. So so the verification whether the contents of the documents has been changed with by the verification tools. So where is the tools? It's on your installation folder. The name is DIAView data verifications. So after when you run it, it will show the windows like this. So you just need to select the file. Maybe it's a report. It's a report, right? And then the system will check, does it be modified or not? If the report be modified, the check result will be show like a fail. So the purpose is to prevent the production material from being modified to make sure that everything is not fake. And next one is it's an instruction. It's VB script. VB script. The function is sleep. Actually, it's more like a delay function because normally the VB script it don't support the delay function. But many customers when they do the programming, they require the can I have some delay functions? I do my logic. The program might wait here like a 5 second or 10 second. So actually, we do this function from C# and then we integrate package like maybe into our interface. So here's an example. You can see when we do the start time, and then there's a sleep instruction. We do the millisecond, right? So it should be 5 seconds, and then end time. And for this part, I do some check. So check will do the minus the start time minus the end time. So the result will be 5. So this is the sleep function. What is the meanings? Okay, next one is a project package function. This one very useful for SI for its system integrator to protect your project. And so when we start the project, we do the right click. You can see the package, and then when you click it, it will show the windows like this. And after you do this, the system will generate one folder. So you can put this folder into the site IPC. So for this IPC, you don't need to install the software before. You just use this function, use this file to execute in the site IPC. So which is without the DIAView runtime environment installed, it's very useful for the site commissioning. And also we do have the feature you can customize your icon. So here you can see I put the Android icon here, and whatever your icon you can put into here. So this one also can like protect the ISI values. But when you use this function, you must to make sure all the designed function, all the desired function must be settled down before you package the project. Because after you package the project, everything cannot be changed. I mean, the developed environment cannot be changed. So make sure everything's settled, everything tested well, and then you can use this function. Okay, so that's all. It's for the all new features. And then next part, we go to show the successful case. I would like to give all time to for Hello, so I will be quick. Go through the successful case. Okay. So first one is in China. It's monitoring all the printing machines, and because all the machines, most of the machines do the export to all over the world. So the manufacturing, they want to know the status of the machines. And so they do the central system by using the SCADA. And for the machine, they install the cloud router, 3G cloud router. So no matter where's the machine export, they can know the real-time situation. This is a high-value machine, so they do the service like this. And next one is the air conditioning monitoring system. It's a HVAC system in China. They do use the whole Delta solutions from the inverters to the PLC, HMI, IPS, and then to the Ethernet switch, and then to the SCADA system. And next one is the stage monitoring system. Mostly it's control the lighting. So it's the lighting because it's a huge state. So the end user, they want to monitoring the light system and also do some controls. And next one is the power quality group control for the aluminum industry in China. So actually this project, we combine the APF product, power quality product, and then do some monitoring by the SCADA system. And next one is the aging machine testing project. The customer, they test the I think it's a electronics equipment, and then they want to record all the testing data. So they do the curve by SCADA and do some report and the history data. And next one is a coffee machine testing system. This one is more like a standalone system. HMI, SCADA more like a high-end HMI to do all the human-machine interface. And next one is the Delta manufacturing management platform. Actually, we promote this one in our own factory because Delta has more than 20 or 30 factories all over the world. So this system, this platform include to monitor the productivities, qualities, and the machines. They do like the central monitoring system from this platform. And next one is the intelligent facility monitoring system in our factory in China. So this system include the energy, water supply, electricity, air compressor, exhaust, AHU system, and air conditioning. The whole central system. So here's some UI for your reference. Cooling tower. Okay, next one is the also HVAC system. So as you can see, I can see 40 or 50% for the SCADA system may use for the factory HVAC system monitoring, because every factory they have to monitor all the air unit, cooling tower, or the pump, right? And this one is the facility monitoring system in Taiwan, also the similars. And also they do have some water supply monitoring. And this one is a video monitoring system. So as I said, we integrate the IP camera functions into the system, and then do some record. And next one is a warehouse monitoring system. The customer, they want to do some horizontal storage. So we can see for next page, actually it's a very big warehouse. So they use the SCADA to do the central monitoring and do some logic controls. And next one is a water treatment system in China. This one also, I think water and the wastewater is a very big application industries. And SCADA also very suitable for this kind of applications. And this is the SCADA UI for your reference. And next one is for the chicken farm. As also, I could say for the agriculture, no matter it's a chicken or fish or pork, I believe for the smart farm right now, more and more customers they are request for this kind of system. Okay, next one is a recipe management or AGV transport system. This is a shoes factories. So we do two things. First one, we do the recipe. We integrate all the customer recipe into the system, and then do the auto management. And then also we link to the AGV system. So every time when the material room, they finish to package all the material and then use the AGV transport to the production lines. And next one is an injection molding machine monitoring system. This is a shoes factory. They have more than I think more than 50 injection machines. So customer want to collect all the data from the injection machine for make a big data analysis in the future to improve the production. Next one is the automatic dispatching order system. So this one also in the shoes factory, our system linked to customer like a ERP system, but we use we use the Excel file to do some data exchange, and then we can dispatching all the order to the production lines. Before customer they do this process by paperwork. So right now it's very high efficient and more save the cost. Next one is the steam flow monitoring system. This one also is in the shoes factory, because for the shoes like a boost, they need a lot of the steam to do this process. So for this one, we monitor all the pressures and all the mass flow rate from the steam, and then we do some alarm and the record function for customer. And next one is a sewing machine monitoring system. This one to make like a T-shirt. So customer also want to integrate all the machine before all the machines or standalone. It's run by themselves, but the customer they want to do some central controls to change the recipe of the machine. So that's why we implement the system for customer. And next one is the solar roof monitoring system. In this one is actually in Thailand. I think for this one, customer also want to upgrade to the web version. So it's very suitable for the solar in applications. Okay, so before next part, I would like Halu to demonstrate for us for the three topic. First one is a sample program demonstrate from the DIAView. Actually, when you install the software, there will be a sample program already inside the DIAView, so you can open and learn it very quickly. And second one is the database application demonstrate, because many customers ask me about how to do the SQL, how to do some database. I think she will demonstrate us example. And next one is how to create web browser functions. So hello. Hello.
Hi, I'm here.
Yes. So I would like to give you share the
HVAC system, water treatment system, and function display. We can see all of them include animation such as the flow direction of water pipe, change of water capacity, animation of oil fire, and fine rotation, etc. Display and the height of the lamps. Display of numerical values. Display of pictures. The following is the real-time alarm display and chart display chart mainly about real-time curve and histogram. This is a report. Here, you can customize the start time and time interval and time interval time. time interval and query the date through the script. The other is to use the query function of the report. Select, we can use the query function of the report. Select the query time and the query time and the time interval in the toolbar, and click query. The main difference between the two methods is the beauty of the screen and the convenience of operation. Our report also supports the import and the export function. The required data can be imported regularly. Last one is the function display. Include I/O server, use of internal variables, VBS scripting language.
红露，你的声音可以稍微再大一点吗？有人。
好。OK。recipe。alarm and so on. More details are provided here. So the following focus on the practical operation demonstration, so we can practice together. Okay. Now part 2, I will introduce the application of database. Okay. We create a new project. We can practice together. First, create a new project. Our software, in addition to the real-time display of the collected data, it also needs to query historical data. Then the data must be stored in the database and then presented through reports or historic curves. How to store data? The database of the software is SQL, but the supported database types are SQL Server Compact, and SQL Server MySQL Oracle. Okay, now we can do a historical report query function. First, we create new variable, add variables. In the variable dictionary, and then select the variable record or history record group. We need take the variable to historical. We can select a record variable or historical group. If we select a record variable, it will stored in the database in the SQL server, so we can just select a SQL server. If we store the date in if we select a historical group, we can store the date in the SQL Server Compact and Oracle or MySQL. We demonstrate historical group. First, we create a new history variable group. Double click, let add record variable and associate the variable. We select variable 1. And variable 2. We demonstrate 2 variable. Okay. Associate variable. After this, we set the trigger condition. We can select time trigger or condition trigger. If we select time trigger, we can select start trigger, stop one time or continue weekly, monthly. Here we select continue. Continue. If we select continue, here we will set the start time. We select start time 9 p.m. and the interval time we select 3. It means 3 times we are store our variable. After this, click OK. After setting the trigger, and we will set the database configuration. Here we can select a database type of SQL Server Compactor, SQL Server, or Oracle, or MySQL. If our software, when we install our software, it will install SQL Server. So our software have SQL Server database. Here I demonstrate the SQL Server. Then enter the server name, authentication, and the database name. We can use default table name. We can set the table name. If we set up, we can create data table in database. It will occur operation success. Okay, and we connected test. Okay, it represent we set the variable to the SQL Server successfully, and click OK. So all above we set the date and now we need to show this variable. We can use report. So here I will create a report. Create a new report. This column we usually enter time, and the second column, it is a variable. Variable 1, and this is variable 2. Okay, and in the second we need associate history date in this way. Here we can select history variables from history variable or history group. Just now we established the variable in the historic group, so we choose the variable in historic group. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes. We choose one of the variable. And this is the time, so we select the trigger time. The variable which we also associate the historic variable, and this category is value. We select value. Variable 2, so we associate variable 2. Okay, and click Save. Okay. The report template is established. Then we create a window, create a new window, and select report controls. Report. Then set the property. We pick up the toolbar, and it will occur the information. The temp path, we select report 0, just established. Okay. Then we will demonstrate the monitor the value. So in the I/O device, we can create a new device. We can choose the simulator the variable. In the simulator, we can choose increase or decrease and random. Here we select random. We can set the value. Refresh cycle, we can set the 1000 ms. It means 1 second. Min value 0, max value, we can set 300. The second variable, we can also set like that. And okay, we add the variable and associate variables. Here we choose the address is random. Associate variables. Address 2. Okay. Save all. For the demonstrate, we can show the 2 variables. Test display. All above, we finished this function. We can run it. Okay, here we will see the variable is change. So if we want to query the historical of to source, we can select the query time. We can select the nearest 1 hour or nearest 1 day. And 1 week, 1 month, all custom. Here we demonstrate nearest 1 hour and select interval. Then select query. Here, the history variable will show the other way we can write the script to query. So I will introduce how to write the script to query the history variable. First, we need to establish the start time and end time. Here, I will select the date picker. Represent start time. This represent end time. And select a button to query. Okay, in the button, we will trigger the event. We can write the script in the left button down. First, we need to call the start time. We can choose the script. Report 0 set worksheet start time. Here we will write worksheet indexed. Here is the 0. And date time. We can find it in the window HMI object data picker pointer value time. It means get the data value time. Then we set the end time. End time. when we write the script, we sometimes our software we can use interv script inner script. Then we set the interval time. Here we will write the interval time, such as 100 ms. It means 1 second. At last, we can query the history date. Okay, and check the script. Okay, and save and exit. We run it. Okay, we can select the start time. We can set the start time such as we should select this date time picker, not date picker. Date picker, it will not show the hour and minute, just year, month, and day. So if we want to need the specific time, we can select date time picked away. Okay. We set the specific time, such as that time we can set the 11 o'clock. End time, we set the 11 o'clock and 20. It means we will query the history data from 11 o'clock to the 11:20 and query. It doesn't work. Something is wrong.
So for this database and report function, if you have any question, you can raise your hand now. I could give you the speak, can talk to us.
How many tag or point the database or report spot? Our historical variable, our database where storage 7, if it up to the 7G, it will.
Hello, let me explain about this. Basically, the capacity is unlimited. We do some optimize. Actually, the database like 10 gigabyte, 10 gigabyte is a packet, but we do some optimize. So for users, if you check the long time ago history data, we can do some internal sourcing to the package. So for user, actually it's unlimited. I could say it's up to your hard disk. So hello, how about this function?
I don't know why it doesn't work.
I think okay lah. You let us know the two way to show to query the history data, right?
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think we already know how to do it. So could you go to the next topic? How to quick web browser, huh?
Okay. Second part is Weber run how to the web window and how to view the picture on the web page. First, we need to create a web window. Okay. I will talk about use the history curve to display the date. Okay, we select trend chart. Then we right click to set the property. Here we can choose the mode. The mode is history. And associate the series configure. We add the series and associate the variable path. We can select the color and the series type. Set the series type. Okay. Here we can set the numerical axis. The default is from 0 to 100. We set the figure. Okay. And the time axis, we can set the short time or long time. Okay. Okay. Then if we want to view the picture, we also need to configure the projector. In the web window, we need to select the web windows to the right. And configuration the network, we must pick up the start web server and the run server only. And then click OK. We run it. Okay, it will show the IP and port. The port is default 448. Okay. We can click query. Also, we need to set the time range. My God. There is no date. I will set the variable, show the variable.
I would like to go through the Q&A. Some question like, can I monitor from the Android and iOS outside of the factory? So it means like internet, right? So right now we are still under developing the mobile applications like Wonderware, InTouch. Actually, this I know the price from this service from Wonderware is quite expensive. So right now we still under developing, but we do have the cloud router, the service. I think go through the cloud router, you can also monitor some real-time data. And for Daniel, your question about the FDA regulations, I think for you want to every time you change the value, you want to input the reason why to change the value as a record, right? I think we can do by the VB script, but need to do some program. Do you have any software or solutions about energy saving? Yes, we do have the energy management system. The name is DIA Energy. Actually, we have quite a successful case in Thailand or Vietnam. I think in the future, we will have more webinar on this one. Also, the software is based on web service. And we integrate all the SQL database service already inside the software. So it's very easy to assign system integrator to create a project. And this SCADA can connect manage for our existing PLC Omron Mitsubishi clients or dedicate for Delta only. How much budget for monitoring one line production? So for PLC, we support a lot. I could see 80% of the main brand of the PLC we all support. And for the license, actually right now we count by tag, like 500 tag, 1000 tag, 2003, so all unlimited. We separate by the license. And also if your license, for example, if you buy 500 tag, and in future you will expand, and then we also can upgrade the license for you. The DIAView software is a web browser. Software you must to install, and then for the web browser, after you install or you can do like a package function, and then outside the laptop, outside the industrial PC, you just open the browser and then key in the IP. So for client, actually no need to install the software. Okay, Honglu, you're finished?
Yeah. Here we click query and select the time range. If we select nearest 1 hour, it will show the nearest 1 hour date. And this is date from 10. If we want to set the customer, we set the timeline range. Okay. This function is about how to view the picture on the web page. We must pick up the project, in the project configuration, the network, we pick up the start web server and run server only. Yeah.